It's the tail end of the National PetSmart Adoption Week, which is great news for anyone who's looking to add a furry friend to their home this weekend. We're going to tell you all about that and so much more right here on Pets on Parade. Good morning and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much for tuning back in with us this weekend. Now, while Halloween may be over, we have some absolutely wonderful pets who are looking for their forever homes, who may have had a little bit of holiday influence on their names. We're going to introduce you to the gorgeous Morticia in just a bit. And like I mentioned, we don't want to keep you waiting too long because it is the very end of PetSmart National Adoption Week, which means that all of the Arizona Humane Society's pets have had 50% off their adoption fees this week, thanks to PetSmart Charities. PetSmart Charities also gave us a very generous $2,500 grant to underwrite the medical care of some of these pets as well. All the pets that you see on your screen are looking for their forever homes, and you can visit azhumane.org/adopt to see all of the wonderful pets who are still looking. Now remember, when you adopt from the Arizona Humane Society, you're not only saving the life of the pet that you adopt, but you're also helping us create much needed kennel space to continue bringing in more sick, injured, and abused pets each and every day. Pets like the adorable Dakota, who was definitely in a bit of a rough state when he was first brought to us, as you can see. He wasn't feeling the greatest, but he has had an absolutely amazing recovery, Lisa.
Yes, as you can see now, he is a 14-week-old spunky, husky, mixed Malamute, Shepherdy mixed puppy. He's heterochromatic, which means he's got two different color eyes. But when he first came to us, he was surrendered to an emergency animal clinic by a Good Samaritan who found him running as a stray all alone. Had some tummy issues, some GI issues, which is always very concerning for a young dog. So he was immediately brought into the emergency animal clinic since the Arizona Humane Society was not open. So they will hold hold animals, and if they're stray and unclaimed, they contact our EAMTs in the morning, and the EAMTs make kind of a hospital run. They go around to our emergency animal clinics and pick up the strays that are sick or injured. And that is how Dakota found his way to the Arizona Humane Society. As you can see, his front leg is shaved from a catheter. He needed IV fluids, and he spent a small stint in our emergency or our Second Chance Animal Hospital for some emergency room treatment. But he was found just to have GI issues. We always worry about parvo when dogs are young like this, but this guy escaped it. He's got his own little immunity, although he will need his series of vaccinations. We've started him off, but whoever adopts him at 14 weeks needs to be prepared to keep him happy and healthy. He will need additional vaccinations. But Dakota, like I said, 14-week-old male, husky-ish. We'll say a northern breed mix.
Oh, so cute. Thank you so much for all of that amazing information, Lisa. I just absolutely love it. And perhaps one of the most iconic characters when it comes to spooky TV shows, please introduce us to your kitty, Janine.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Okay, my singing is not good. Anyway, look at Morticia. She has the coolest fur. I mean, I don't know if you can get a real close-up shot. It's light on the inside and dark tipped on the outside. She's so cute. She's just a doll. She came in through our field rescue groups, and her and her siblings, and had to go to the bottle baby ICU for some treatment, and then went to a foster home, which creates beautiful, sweet, social, great kittens if they go through the foster system. So right now I want to talk about, we're going to have some cool events coming up. And the Healthy Tales Mobile Clinic is going to be going around the valley and hitting different places, and you can have your own pets checked out with their the vets that'll be on the actual on the van, and you can do vaccines and wellness checks, and as also if you want to go to azhumane.org/events, you can see what other events are happening, like Vaccine Fridays, $25 for any of your pets, and a free wellness check. Good deal. So there's no reason. That's what a dinner out, right? $25. So there's no reason to vaccine your pets against, the horrible diseases that are out there. But someone's got to take this little squirt home. She is just rambunctious, ready to go to find her forever home.
Yes, that is right. Maybe we should name her what's the name of the hand? I don't know. The hand, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Janine. And we love all of our volunteers, and we want to give major wags and purrs to longtime volunteer Ellen, who just surpassed 4,000 hours of service at the Arizona Humane Society and was thrown a surprise celebration last week. For the past several years, Ellen has assisted the shelter surgery team twice a week, where she spends about 8 days cleaning surgical instruments, assembling surgical packs, restocking, and so much more. Please help us give our biggest thanks to Ellen for all of her dedication to our volunteer pack and shelter animals. And of course, if you're interested in helping our pets, you can visit azhumane.org/volunteer. And you guys, look how adorable this sweet girl's puppy eyes are. Perry, I'm sure she's gotten a treat or two out of you, which it looks like she's getting right now.
Pretty easy to do with that face, like you said, Kelsey. This poor doggie came in, sign of the times, eviction from their home, and so it was a owner surrender in the field. And she got kennel cough when she came in, which is just something we see very, very frequently in the shelter. That's why it's called kennel cough. Not a super serious disease, but does need to be treated. And then we found out that she's kind of very shy. Our behavior team worked with her, and she's very timid. You can kind of see her hanging her head a little bit low right now. We have a technique called positive reinforcement, which you'll hear a lot of, and that just basically means that you are not going to do anything for the dog when they do something bad, but you're going to give them something positive when they do something good. And it can be used for all kinds of dogs. Dogs that are extremely hyper really respond very, very well to positive reinforcement. And in Luna's case, a dog that's very, very shy can do the same thing. She's a little bit shy. She won't go out and look on things on her own. She won't walk into rooms sometimes. If you put treats in there and you do the old hide and seek game, she suddenly learns that, hey, maybe if I venture out on my own, there's a reward at the end of the game for this. So it's very, very important to use positive reinforcement. She's 2 years old, wonderful age, fantastic doggie. Come on down and look at Luna. She's wonderful.
Oh my goodness, absolutely love her. Thank you so much for that, Perry. And speaking of pitties, last month, in celebration of Pitbull Awareness Month, our veterinary clinics gave 59 spay-neuter vouchers to pitty parents. The funds for these spay-neuter surgeries were generously donated by our Circle of Friends, a very special group of donors who are passionate about combating pet overpopulation. AHS's Circle of Friends have made possible the spay and neuter surgeries of tens of thousands of animals, which helps reduce pet overpopulation in our community. We're so thankful for these donors for supporting our pets. You can learn more about joining the Circle of Friends by visiting azhumane.org. And we see this pretty kitty pretty often, but this cute girl, or we see this case pretty often, but this cute girl unfortunately came from a home with too many pets in it, right, Stacy?
That's right. This is Poppy. She is such a sweet girl. She was letting me hold her like a baby off camera, so she's definitely affectionate and friendly. She was found outside, and the people that found her kept her for 3 weeks. But one thing to know about her is she is not a fan of noisy homes. So she didn't like the family noise going on in the house. So if you come down to adopt this sweetie, just know that a calm, quiet household might be best with maybe older kids if there are kids in the home. Also, she was great with cats, with other cats in the home. I'm not sure about dogs, but she's great with other cats. One thing to know about when you're bringing multiple pets into the home is to, slowly introduce them to each other. Keep them in their own space so that they have their own space, but they're used to the scent of the other pet in the home. Maybe put a toy of the other pet in the same room so they can smell the other pet. And just, right at the beginning, monitor interactions and use positive reinforcement, kind of like having kids. You kind of have to referee sometimes when the siblings fight, but Just a slow introduction, a lot of patience, and kind of some retraining. And yeah, but she'll get along really great in the home as long as it's a calm home. So come on down and meet Poppy.
Yes, thank you for that, Stacy. And anyone can visit azhumane.org/behavior for more tips, just like Stacy gave us as well. Thank you so much. And if you're a Sooner fan, you're going to love this pup. We're going to introduce you to Boomer after the break. And welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, everyone at home, as well as everyone at the Arizona Humane Society, knows just how truly special our pets are. They're family to us. And that's why it's part of the Arizona Humane Society's mission to try and help keep pets with their loving homes in their family. And thanks to our partnership with PetSmart Pets Hotel, we've been able to keep families together through our amazing Project Home Away from Home program. Families like Kenneth and his dog Bro. Let's see their story.
It's man's best friend, you know. He loves me unconditionally, and it's just me and him now. And we were camping for like 6 months, and I was afraid that my generator would break down or something. And so I got a hold of the Arizona Humane Society, you know, and with talking with the lady, I was telling her my situation, and I really didn't want to have to surrender him if I didn't have to. And then told me about this awesome program called Home Away from Home. And from my understanding, the way it explained to me is that they will foster the animal if it qualifies for up to 90 days and 30-day increments with checking in on your progress and stuff. And she told me the website to go to fill out. We set up an appointment. So then I go over to the Humane Society and he passes behavioral and all that. And then we went to PetSmart Hotel. They were so great with him, you know, and the first 2 days that I didn't have him, I cried all the time. I had to, everything that was his, all his dog toys and stuff, I had to put them away so I wouldn't cry. But then, you know, all the check-ins helped me feel better because I knew where he was at and stuff, and that I was getting him back. I found a place, and I think it was either 3 weeks or a month and a half before I got into my place, and I got him back. He was so happy to see me, and I was so happy to see him. He ran up to me. He was so happy to see me. They said they never seen him so happy before. You know, that night I slept so good, you know, because I had him home. And it was just, the next day at work, it was so much better because I was looking forward to coming home to him, you know, and I look forward to coming home to him every day. I'm so grateful for all you guys. You guys are a lifesaver, really. You kept my family together. Now me and him, we're back at home. We're home again now, you know, and if it wasn't for the program, I wouldn't have him right now.
Oh my goodness, I just can't even imagine having to make that difficult choice. And thanks to all of your support, we were able to reunite Kenneth and Bro. Now, our Project Home Away from Home is just one program of resources that we're able to give to pet owners. So if you are in need of resources, please make sure to visit azhumane.org or call the number on your screen and see what options we have to hopefully be able to keep your furry friends in your home. And now you saw one of these kitties earlier, and you do not need to fix your prescriptions at home because there are definitely two, and they are so ridiculously cute. I just had to make sure they're on the show. Denise, please introduce us to this dynamic duo.
Well, this is Cocoa Puff and his sister Brown Bonnie. And they are just two of the hundreds of pets who have spent time in our Bottle Baby ICU. If you would like to help pets like these guys and the other pets you see on the show, consider participating in our 50/50 raffle. Tickets are on sale until November 30th, but if you purchase your ticket before November 15th, you'll be entered to win the early bird prize of $1,000. The jackpot is $25,000 and climbing. So visit azhumane.org/5050 to purchase your tickets. These guys are very playful, very cuddly, friendly. Cocoa Puff has not stopped purring. He's meowing, he's chattering, he's grumbling. So he's a talkative kitten. Come on down and get yourself your best friend.
Oh my goodness, so cute. And I wish I could go in for the 50-50 raffle. I've seen it go up to like $100,000. It's incredible. So thank you for that information, Denise. And with such long legs and satellite ears, I'm not sure if this pup should be on the runway or in the spy business, Lisa.
He is darling, but a little bit afraid of the world right now. He's one of those, what we call a deer chihuahua. Got very, very long legs and these big ears. And he's a little bit fearful of a little bit of everything when you move too fast, but he likes to be held close. And he was found as an injured stray. He was limping on both his front and his back legs, and he has a couple scrapes on him. He is another one that was rushed through into our emergency animal medical technicians into our Second Chance Hospital. So he spent some time there on some anti-inflammatories and got his injuries all looked at by our veterinarians. Nothing too serious. Sometimes he still favors one leg just a bit, but no broken bones, which is amazing given these long, skinny legs. So the biggest thing that whoever adopts him is going to need to watch for is he does love to be held. He doesn't walk very well on the leash, but when he sees something he wants and you're holding him, he tries to jump out of your arms. And these skinny legs are not going to make a trip to the floor once you're holding him. So whoever's got him is going to need to get him in a good harness or get him trained to be in a stroller or your purse or something. But he's going to need a good handle on him at all times, just like this, although it's not hard because he's probably all of 7 or 8 pounds. So come on down and meet him, 3-year-old male, and he's neutered and ready to come into your house right now.
Oh my goodness, I am so jealous of those long sticks that he's got. Thank you so much, Lisa. And we have another senior puppy who is looking for his forever home. We're going to introduce you to Chowda after the break. Thanks for tuning back in. Now we have another kitty with lots of personality. Who is this, Janine?
Hazel. Don't you love that name, Hazel? People are naming their kids Hazel all over the place right now. Little black, probably going to be about a medium hair. And she came in with her siblings as tiny, tiny little bottle baby ICU candidates. They had goopy eyes and diarrhea, and so they got treated there in the hospital for the kittens, and then they went to foster. So when you go to foster, you get sweet, beautiful, loving, well-adjusted kitties, and you know, what more can you say? Black cats are beautiful, and they are good luck. People always think bad about them. Not in my book.
Yeah, so, that's right.
And if you want to check out azhumane.org/adopt for that big PetSmart adoption, 50% off, that's where you're going to find your next super fun family friend.
Yes, that's right. Thank you so much for that, Janine, and thank you, Hazel. Now, there's never a shortage of pets that need a temporary home, but who is this stylish little punk rocker?
Hi, Kelsey. Thank you so much. This is Fabian, and Fabian might be 9 years old, but he's definitely not ready to give up his youth with this purple mohawk. Our groomer Sabrina gave him a fantastic makeover, but Fabian is actually seeking foster care because he needs a dental. Fabian came to AHS as a stray, and when he arrived, you know, they looked at his mouth and goodness, he needs some extractions. And while you might not think this would be a common occurrence in our trauma hospital, we actually do well over 1,000 dental procedures a year, including extractions. And so with a list so long, we often need to have these kiddos find temporary care while they're waiting for their procedure. So an average dental time frame, if you foster a kiddo, would be about 4 weeks. And in that time frame, we would provide all the supplies, food, and medical care that you might need. So we hope that you'd consider today taking in an otherwise healthy kiddo that just needs an extra little bit of love. You can go to azhumane.org/foster to see all of our special pets that need your heart and your home.
I love that. Thank you so much, Carrie. And like so many pets who do come through our doors, it's truly incredible to see their transformation. Now, if you look closely, you can see a few tiny striped babies here, and these two were given a second chance thanks to everyone's support. Stacy, Denise, please introduce us to these beautiful kiddos.
Well, I'm holding Sarah and Denise is holding Pumpkin Pie. Sarah is a mama kitten. She was found as a stray with 3 nursing kittens, and 2 of those kittens were adopted out. But Pumpkin Pie is the one here that's left. She was treated in our kitten nursery for a minor eye problem here, but as you can see, they're all beautiful now. She went to foster as a nursing kitten, and she does have, like I said, a medical disclosure for her eye and gingivitis. And then Pumpkin Pie here also was treated for a little eye issue, but those eyes are beautiful now. And they were cared for in the nursery and fostered together. So they did well in foster. And Pumpkin Pie here, though, has minimal conjunctivitis with no discharge found. So they're all ready to go. They're just 2 cuties, and they're ready for love.
Oh, I absolutely love that. Thank you so much for that, ladies. I just love our kitties staying together. And in honor of Adopt a Senior Pet Month, it's time to meet Chowder. Now, he's hiding his age extremely well. He is a 9-year-old Australian Kelpie mix that was originally brought to us all the way back in May of this year. He underwent treatment in our trauma hospital and was adopted, but unfortunately returned. Being back with AHS for almost 2 months now, this makes Chowder one of our longest residents, but he continues to show just how perfect and happy he is. He's a very loving boy who has come out of his shell and shown himself to be bouncy and wiggly and happy. Now, if you can resist those pointy ears, please make sure to share Chowder's story, because he even has Perry's seal of approval saying he's very sweet and cute. Chowder actually has a waived adoption fee. So for anyone who's looking to adopt this sweet senior pup, you can visit azhumane.org/adopt and give a senior pet the forever home they deserve. Now, you'll go silly over little Willie here. We're going to introduce you to this adorable baby and a few others, so make sure to keep it tuned right here to Pets on Parade. And welcome back. Now, I wish we could give this little girl some pigtails so that she could be like her namesake, but who is this, Lisa, that needs some piggy tails?
This is Wednesday, and we already met her litter mate. And she is an 8-week-old, another black kitty. And I just told her that she's the smallest thing on this show, but she's the hardest to handle. She came in through our bottle baby ICU and then spent some time growing up in a foster home, and now she's playful, crazy. But we just want to remind everybody that if you do find kittens, don't kidnap them. So go for more information. If you find stray kittens in your area, is azhumane.org and found kittens.
Yes, that is right. We don't kidnap our kitties. Thank you so much for that important reminder. And thank you, Wednesday, for making the girls go crazy. Willie is just way too cute with his bed head and big eyes. But what is this puppy's story, Perry?
Well, Kelsey, this guy was turned in by a Good Samaritan at one of our partners, our Veterinary Clinics of America facilities. We talked last week about the importance of knowing where these facilities are at in case you need to bring a dog in. He was dropped off. He had some facial injuries. He had diarrhea, which is really, really common for strays. They're eating some bad food and drinking some bad water out there. All of these issues have been cleared up. He is available for adoption right now. He is a 3-year-old little terrier, super, super cute little guy, a little bit timid, loves hot dogs. And so we know how to treat this guy. We talked about positive reinforcement. This is what you use for this little guy. But what a perfect little age, 3 years old. What a great little size for somebody who's looking for a small dog. This is little Willie.
Oh my goodness, so cute. Thank you so much for that, Perry. And now our last cutie of the show. We met his sister earlier, but please introduce us to Miguel, Janine.
Miguel, he says that he is a lover, not a fighter. And he's been giving me butterfly kisses on my eyelashes. Yes, he's so sweet. I've been talking a lot about fostering, and we have a program called Home to Home. So when you are the foster hero, you have first right of refusal, so you can adopt them yourself, or you can find your own family or friends to adopt them. Then they go from your home directly to their home, and everything is done online, all their adoption process, so it's perfect. So just go on azhumane.org/adopt, and you can find the most perfect animal for your family right here.
Yes, and I love that fun fact, Janine, that fosters do get the first right of refusal. So, you know, it could be a great little test run if anyone is out there looking for a forever pet and they're just not ready to take that final dive yet. So thank you so much for that, Janine. And thank you all so much for tuning in with us today. Now, remember, we do have 50% off all of our adoptables, but we do have some long-timer pets like Chowder that you saw earlier that have totally waived fees. So please make sure to visit azhumane.org/adopt and see if anyone like these little guys suit your fancy to bring into your home. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. That's all for today's show. We'll see you right here next week for Pets on Parade.